I don't really believe in elevator pitches. I think the sales process has come a long way from that old kind of, hey, I've got you for 30 seconds. You're trapped in here with me. I'm going to force myself to sell something to you. People still have a negative connotation when it comes to sales, hence the making sausage. I'm here to say, I don't believe in the traditional old school philosophy of sales. All the stuff that I learned within the banking industry as a salesperson, I kind of learned myself because I felt like there was something broken with the old system. And so I don't believe it's like making sausage, but I do believe that a lot of what people think of as sales and the negative connotations they may have with it are because they don't understand how far it's really come.
I really did enjoy this workshop because he talked about some things that I haven't done, and I'm excited to put them into action.
People really come away with some great things that they can implement in their sales strategies, whether they're in sales or not.
Then when I started thinking back about my sales career, I've sold a lot of things in my life. A newspaper boy, I started selling tacos at Taco Inn when I was 15, rapidly got promoted because of my ability to upsell. I sold video, I know, you upsell tacos. Did you like that? I cited guacamole, of course that costs extra, etc. I sold video rentals, office equipment, and supplies for a couple weeks. I sold my mom's jewelry in grade school. I once brought a bunch of my mom's jewelry to school and I sold it.
Talk that Mark provided for us was he has a good personality and he has a lot of great experience in several industries, and he does his research.
It makes it seem like it's this delicate genius that if you're not at that level yet, you're just not going to try. And with selling, I think the real key is just putting yourself out there, is talking with people. I think Todd made a great point there, going out there and asking why, what do you do, how do we treat you, getting out there, getting outside of the building. That only happens after the entire foundation has been laid, after you work on yourself to understand what your role is within the organization when it comes to sales. And once your organization really understands how fundamentally important it is to generate money to do amazing things. Elasticity is in. If you can't be almost, any role within your organization and operate along the whole spectrum, where you can jump in and help out writing copy if needed, help talking about your mission statement in front of an organization, talking to donors, in my mind, you should find that you'll have a lot of ability to reinvent things and be creative about how you go about contributing. That is your role and your responsibilities. In traditional sales, the internet was the great equalizer. I say here, it's not just about astronaut slop and grumpy cat. Those things are awesome.
His presentation style was really good because he's energetic, he's committed to something that he believes in.
If you don't think that you can contribute to the fundraising of your organization because you think it's a dirty thing to ask somebody for money, you're going to be an impediment to your own success. Same thing with sales. If you're not out there actually just trying to test the waters and get better at it, you're always going to view it as not your role. And that's going to be very bad for your future career, and it's bad for your organization.
Mark's style is pretty fun. He takes his experience as well as a lot of research and makes it the best and most impactful that it can be.
We're going to walk through a fun little exercise. So you need a Post-it note and a pen. On the count of 3, you're all going to snap your fingers 5 times real fast with your dominant hand. 1, 2, 3, go. Snap, 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 snap. Pick up your pen and make a big E, a capital E on your forehead. Some of you just learned to write yesterday, I swear to God. I see a lot of people where I'm looking at your E and it looks to me, it's an E. I'm the consumer, you're trying to sell me something, or you're trying to ask me for money. I'm the consumer. You're thinking about things from my point of view. I see you, and you, and you with backwards E's, which just meant that your natural inclination was to write the E the way that you could read it. And this is just a little different kind of thought process, where you can put the paper down. Take it home with you, frame it. Yeah, he's like, yes, I wrote the E properly.
The way Mark challenges you to think about the sales from the perspective of the consumer as well as the organization, I think has me thinking about how I can position my questions to better reflect what the person on the other end is doing, as well as how my organization is approaching sales overall.
So I say the future is now, it's consultative, it's having the perspective of the consumer in mind. This is a credit union in Canada that does an amazing job of leveraging social responsibility to a lot of different programs that they do with their products and who they ultimately serve. And their word cloud is about funding, community, women, entrepreneurship, amazing terms that speak to the group they want to serve, the community, and how they're serving it. And there's a big fundamental difference with that. Either we succeeded or we didn't, or we're somewhere between. And you can't deny those results. So either your organization is flying high and succeeding like crazy, or it's faltering and not getting enough funds, or you're somewhere between. One of the biggest predictors of success isn't experience or talent, so you can't use that as an excuse. You can't just use an excuse as like, I'm not talented like that, I don't have experience doing things like that. I can guarantee that you probably all have a unique way of thinking about your organization and the community that puts you in a situation where you can be creative about how you can contribute.
It was a great workshop. I recommend everybody to take his workshop, email him, whatever you have to do.
I've bookmarked probably 3 different times for 3 different events, and every time I know he'll show up and he'll do a great job for us. So I keep passing his name on.
If somebody can walk away from an interaction with you with giving money, feeling good about themselves and making a better impact on the world, you're in a great position to do more of that. But it's really only if you kind of take the leadership to make yourself better at it, make your organization better at it, and then ultimately do a better job of closing those deals and making those appropriate asks.